Hi, welcome to Soul Food Yoga. I'm Lucy Andrews and I'm going to share with you today a really handy warm-up sequence for before sports. I was reminded of this last weekend when I was away skiing, but fantastic if you're a runner, whether you're going out for a long walk. Also brilliant for releasing hips, taking that compression off around the hips and lower back after a long time in the car. So coming down onto your mat or carpet, and let's begin just warming up into the spine with the feet up towards your buttocks, arms alongside your body, and as you inhale, just lifting up through the hips and buttocks and slowly releasing down. This gives you opportunity also to connect in with your breath as you inhale, expanding, exhale, releasing down through vertebra disc, vertebra disc. They should feel nice on your back, and just warming up. So going up about 4, 5, 6 times, just depending on your time. This is a sequence that can sort of take between 5 and 15 minutes really, just depending on the timing you have. And exhale, slowly releasing down. And we'll just go one more time. This time lift the toes, really contact through with the strength coming through the legs, and we'll just hold this, lengthen the tailbone away from you. Action your inner thighs towards each other. And release your toes. And slowly releasing your back, coming all the way down to the mat. Draw the knees in towards the chest, give a little rock around onto your lower back. Left foot comes down to the mat and take hold of the back of your right leg, extending the foot up towards the ceiling. So if you're tight here, obviously your leg will be bent to begin with, and press the leg away into your hands. So you give space for your thigh bone, your femur to sort of settle down into the hip socket. And then working towards breathing into, massaging into, lengthening through the hamstrings. You can play with the degree of dorsiflexing the foot, heel to the ceiling, top of the foot down towards you. Even closing your eyes here and visualizing lengthening through the back of the leg, really all the way from the lower back. And then take the left hand to the outside of the knee. Take your right thumb, roll out the flesh of the thigh. And as you exhale, just letting that leg release across to the left side. If you've got the left leg bent, that knee will just fall in. You can also have the left leg extended away. And lengthening here from the center of your lower back, all the way out through the back of that buttock, through the outside of the leg. Endeavour to keep the legs straight and the foot dorsiflexed. If it feels intense, just back off a little bit and being with the breath. And we'll bring that leg up, just hug the knee in towards the chest and release on down. Bring the left thigh up and extend the foot up towards the ceiling. Just hands interlocked the back of the thigh. Again, press that thigh away into the hands to begin with. Back of the neck long, so chin to jugular notch. And then playing with the degree of dorsiflexing that foot, breathing into, opening up through the back of the leg. Let's be soft through the shoulders. If you're really tight here, you can kind of bend and lengthen, easing into lengthening from the base of the buttock to the back of the knee, through the back of the knee, the calf to the heel. And we'll bring that left thumb into the hip, right hand onto the outside of the knee, and either keeping that leg bent or extending the leg away as you take that leg across to the left side. Moving into it really with a sense of release. There's no force here. Just working with where your body's at. Always the biggest gift is breathing into the greatest tension. Just meeting the tension, the holding patterns of the body. And allowing that space and release to come. So sometimes that means backing off a little. Just being with the breath. And bring that leg to center, release and hug the knee in towards the chest. We'll bring that left leg down. Take the right ankle onto the left thigh, and either holding onto the back of the left thigh or the front of the shin. If you throw your head back here, just make sure you've got something under the back of your head so the back of the neck is long. Have both feet dorsiflexed. And breathing into releasing through the back of that right buttock. We can hold so much tension into the hips. And as that leg opens, so the knee moves away from you from external rotation, keep length from the left armpit to the left hip. You can encourage the left thigh away from you as the right knee moves away from you. And just connecting with releasing from the center of that right hip joint outwards. Sometimes you can really benefit from being here for, a good couple of minutes. And now I'll release that right leg, bring the left ankle across and thread the hands through, either holding the back of the right thigh or the front of the right shin. Again, lengthen through the back of the neck. Dorsiflex both feet. Connecting with the alignment from the crown of the head to the tip of your tail. Centered. Encouraging the right knee away from you as your hip just opens and releases a little into external rotation. You can gently encourage that right thigh towards you, but keep length from right armpit to right hip so your pelvis and lower back stay centered. And again, breathing into releasing at the back of the left hip joint. Time for the glutes and piriformis to lengthen, to broaden. And then release. Let's take hold of the back of both thighs and extend the feet up towards the ceiling. We'll bring the thighs down, arms out to the side, coming into a little twist. Keep the knees squeezed together if you can, feet dorsiflexed. And as you exhale, the legs coming across to the right side, left shoulder staying down in contact with the mat. From below the navel, bring the legs to center. Exhale, the legs coming across to the left side. Just let your head be wherever's comfortable for your neck. Right shoulder blade pressing down to the mat. Let's bring the legs to center, and we'll go into that one more time. Exhaling, legs across to the right. And bring that hand to rest onto the thigh if you wish. And bring the legs up and release down to the left side. And bring the legs up to center. Cross the feet over at the ankles, hold on to the big toes, or you can roll over to the right to come up. I'm just going to rock up to sitting and shift back. Let's bring the knees wide apart, big toes together. Any problem with the knees here, take a folded blanket or pillow under the backs of the legs, and we're lengthening through the spine. So if it's early morning, you're tight through your back, just giving time for the spine to lengthen, the back muscles to lengthen, and easing forward and hunch around your shoulders, creating space around the shoulders, and when you're ready, letting the forehead release down towards the mat. There's a nice opportunity here to really connect with the breath, connect with length through the spine, lengthening muscles either side of the spine. Just even giving a little shift of the torso one side to the other. And when you're ready, come up onto all fours. Let's web the fingers nice and wide apart. Tuck the toes under. Flex the spine to the ceiling and come on up into down face dog. As we're warming up and creating ease and space in the body, just going for a few rounds of walking the dog. So you bend one leg and lengthen the other opposite leg. Come high to the balls of the feet, bend the legs, really aware of lengthening through the spine. There's nice space around the shoulders. And as you exhale, taking the heels down to the mat. And just pausing here. If you're tight through your lower back or hamstrings, then keep the legs bent. Otherwise, taking the heels down towards the mat. And just taking this pause to really connect with a steadiness, a strength, a sense of space coming through the body, through the bones of the arms, the back, through the hips, the buttocks, the backs of the legs, grounding down into the feet. And then dropping the knees to the mat and just coming to kneeling. As interlock the hands, extend the palms to the ceiling. Come to a simple little lateral, bring the right hand down, reach that left arm up and bending the right arm as you take the left arm up and over. You can gaze the inner elbow or looking straight ahead. Just feel here, really in terms of warming up before sport, is opening up through the left side of the spine, lengthening through the left rib cage, the intercostal muscles, and leading tips of the fingers. Bring that left hand down, reach the right arm up, grow through the right side of the spine first, and as you exhale, let that left arm bend, reaching that right arm up and over. Just press the right buttock back towards the right heel, gaze to the right inner elbow or just looking straight ahead, opening up through right side of the spine. And leading tips of the fingers and come on up. And you're ready for your day, for your sport. When I come in from, particularly from skiing, I really love to lay with my legs up the wall. It's a great pause also when you come in from the end of the day, whether you've been working, just to take that pause from your activity of the day as you step into the evening. So spin around, get your buttocks in nice and close and bring the legs up the wall. After sport, for me that was after skiing, just brilliant release for lower back. Lengthening out, effortlessly lengthening out through the backs of the legs. And just giving time for the body to settle after such full-on activity. And you can let your arms just rest either out to the sides, palms of the hands onto the belly to help you connect with the breath. And then you can extend the arms up over the head, give the shoulder blades a wriggle out away from each other. You can have the arms out wide or interlock the thumbs at the crease of the elbows. And just a lovely, passive, supported release through the shoulders. And letting everything settle. Just landing into the release of each exhalation. this in itself is lovely to pause in for, you know, a good 5 to 10 to 15 minutes. And you can keep the legs either extending to the, or the feet extending to the ceiling, or go into different hip positions of taking the legs out wide, opening to inner thighs. Just keep the feet active if you do this, and the tailbone lengthening away from you towards the wall. Just being with the breath. Enjoying the sense of bringing space and length into the body. So much of what we do during the day or during activity is compressing. So lovely to open up. Another position you can bring the feet into is soles of the feet together into Baddha Konasana. Bring the hands onto the inner thighs here, or the inside of the knees, and just encouraging the knees away from you towards the wall. Keep the soles of the feet pressing together. I find this a really nice release after skiing. Releasing into the groin space, into the hips, and just really lets the whole lower back relax. Lets everything relax. And when you're ready to come out, just extend the feet up towards the ceiling. And then bend your legs and roll over to the right. And at the end of sport too, as well as in the warm-up, you might like to go into those hip releases. And then when you're ready, bring the arms up, lower the hands into prayer. And namaste. So thanks for watching. I hope that was helpful, and I really encourage you to have a hip stretch through your, or sometime during your everyday. Really helps to take pressure off the hips and releases into the lower back, and just encourages that moment of really being present. Thank you. Thanks for watching.